Wait, hold up. This feels weird talking with just the PNG on the screen. I think we should change that. Hold on, give me a second. Better.
My name is Fuzzball, and I am a GRPK, aka Gold Rush Peak Racing Team crew member led by my friend Team Leader Golden Rider. I want to share a story about my experience racing with the team in the GTORL League. In December 2024, Golden fully established GRPK after 7 months of ongoing development, and I was the first member to join the team. He aimed to build the team up in an amateur racing league, show what we could do, gain some experience, and bring in anyone interested in joining us. The Gran Turismo Online Racing League, or GTORL, a Group 3 racing championship, was the first league I joined to kickstart our team. However, it was the worst league that the team had ever experienced as a whole. GRPK was developing and planned to join the league when Season 2 was near. Once GTORL successfully finished Season 1, they announced a Season 2 test session on December 22, 2024, with the official season starting on January 5, 2025.
I saw GTORL in September 2024. While I was busy developing and establishing the team at the time, and I thought, wow, this league looks fun. It looks cool with its loose rules and questionable drivers. Also to mention, they had a pretty good schedule too. I kept watching, and that's when I made the decision. I commented on one of their videos and I wanted to join them and the experience. Back then, I thought it would be a great first league to start GRPK's journey. This was a roller coaster. Before we start this off, I like to read off the rules of this league just so we can have some context. This was written by the organizer himself. Rule number 1, clean racing. Obviously, griefing equals an instant kick. Rule number 2, you must use the same car and livery as your teammate. Slight changes allowed, for example, number, bumper stickers, all that. Rule number 3, must pit at least once during the race and you have to change tire compounds. For example, soft tires and medium tires. Time penalties if not complied with. Rule 4, not a rule, but have sportsmanship. If you crash someone out, wait for them to pass you unless you believe it wasn't your fault and it was just a racing incident. You will have a time penalty if not kept with. Rule number 5, if you have a complaint about driving, post it in the thread, which is posted after the race with a video clip of both perspectives for review. Rule number 6, have fun with it. We're the least serious place, I can't lie. And rule number 7, the most important rule of all, them's the rules. Keep to them. Cheers, Jeff.
Round 1 took place on Deep Forest Raceway. The race had 13 cars on the grid, making it exciting and interesting. Despite getting 3rd in qualifying and 4th in the race and the drivers and team standings, I noticed the racing quality of this league during and after preseason testing, so I stayed alert on some of the crooked drivers moving forward. Also, we noted that to remain competitive in the team standings, as drivers around us had teammates, we needed another driver, and that's when GRPK recruited a new driver, LRS, to compete in driving the number 23 car.
Any team without 3 drivers in the paddock, or create your own team.
At Sadman, do we want a 3rd driver or no?
Yeah,
LRS, wanna be our third driver, bro?
Bro's taken. GRPK sniped him.
Can we ruin GRPK's next race?
Lol. Watch out, Fuzz.
Oh no.
Round 2 took place at Trial Mountain, and the race was the most exciting on January 12, 2025, with 14 racers on the grid, plus our teammates' debut. GRPK officially had 2 cars in the mix, and we quickly spotted the Vara Motorsports Audis and One Fast One Furious Supras as serious contenders for the championship. I had a rough qualifying with a few mistakes, which resulted in starting in 6th and LRS in 9th. While the race was decent, I got robbed of a podium finish. That's when the racing quality started taking a nosedive. Everyone got super aggressive, letting their egos get the best of them, and it just backfired. I managed to fight my way back into the top pack and eventually was in 3rd place on the final lap. But then, one of the Vara Motorsports Audi took me out, leaving me to finish in 5th. LRS finished in 7th, helping the team reach 3rd in the team standings. After a review from the stewards, one of the Vara Motorsports Audis would later receive the 5-second penalty from the incident and place 6th in the final standings of Trial Mountain. Round 2 was the last great race of the season. After that, the team leader and I noticed that this casual league was facing serious issues from the organizers. These problems came with broken promises, unfair advantages, irresponsibility, and sabotage. The organizer of the GTORL League, Jeff, took almost a month to reach round 3 because of repeated delays, with announcements that the race would happen, but it didn't happen. Poor communication from the organizers and server issues made things worse. As a result, the quality of the races dropped rapidly, and majority of drivers stopped showing up. When round 3 didn't happen until February 9th, the main guy in charge couldn't host the race.
Pause. Let me stop you right there. The main guy actually could have hosted the race that week, but decided not to because his teammate couldn't make it, thus postponing the race entirely. That's right, he dropped the race that day just because of one person, his teammate by the way, that couldn't attend. So what did he do instead? Tries and hosts a fun race that was the equivalent to a regular race from GTORL's race league with only 4 people attending. He has time to do fun races but not his own league. Anyways, Back to you, Fuzz.
Round 3 was the least exciting race, with only 6 drivers on the track and fuel issues with our team's car. I asked Jeff if I could host races in his absence, and he agreed but didn't keep his word. I asked because I have experience running leagues before, but guess what? The worst part was that Jeff chose the same guy, Julk, who assassinated me in round 2 to host this event. It's not worth mentioning where I started and finished the race because race points didn't count due to a lack of entries. I got struck by poor fuel consumption compared to the other racers, and while racing, my fuel ran out way faster, which forced me to pit twice while everyone else only pitted once. It felt like Julk sabotaged us because he presumably made a dumb mistake setting up the event.
I would just like to say something during those weeks that was happening. I was scrambling to find another driver for our team since one of our drivers departed from the league and one of the race moderators set up the recruitment tab in the server. I did my part filling out for the tab and so did the league organizer himself. If you want to join/make team, DM a league boss or at Jeff69 if you want to make your own team and get your number. I didn't think of it at first, but started noticing something about his post later on. Notice that Jeff, the organizer, was pinged but not league boss, which is what I am in the server. Not only that, but Jeff and I are the only ones who filled in for the recruitment. No one else. Jeff is a league boss too, but I just find that kind of weird that he would ping Jeff only and not league boss. Probably just nitpicking, but whatever.
Round 4 held at Fuji Speedway. Round 4 was the worst race of the season, with only 5 racers participating. We lost our teammate, and then the organizers twisted the rules in the middle of the season. Because of this, I was considering leaving the GTORL league. Let me express how incredibly frustrating this situation is. Jeff went from being all in, enthusiastic, and seemingly successful to utterly dispassionate about the league within 2 months. It's ridiculous. He bet on rounds 3 and 4, expressing that the races would still count for points even with low entries, but as soon as those races concluded, he flipped the script and declared that the points would not count because not enough people showed up. That is so unfair to those of us who participated, because it's the people who didn't show up who should face the penalty of getting points taken away, not the rest of us who participated and gave it their all. Jeff, the organizer, should be held accountable too to prevent host advantage. Then he dares to throw up a vote poll to rerun rounds 3 and 4. Why waste everyone's time with that when we could have progressed in the championship?
I'm trying my best to have patience, but it was only a matter of time before me and my driver break. I wanted to stay because this is GRPK's debut league. If this was our second or third, we would have pulled out already. It's already bad enough that our points were taken, but we have to restart rounds all over again because bad attendance. I warned my driver that if we do not recruit another driver by the next race, GRPK would officially pull out from GTORL.
After the vote, Jeff and his organizers decided to rerun rounds 3 and 4 simultaneously in one day. He tried to bring the league back to its earlier success, like in rounds 1 and 2, with some new participants, and my new teammate came in for GRPK, introducing Sauber SS and the number 38 car. Rounds 3 and 4 was a redemption for us to achieve our team goal finally. At Watkins Glen, my new teammate and I qualified 4th and 10th for the race. There were 13 cars on the grid, but one was from a different class that did not belong there.
Pause again. What's that? You don't like it when I interrupt. Guess you're just allergic to more information and context. If so, exit stage left. Anyways, to give context, turns out, according to Jeff, that guy in the Group 4 car was a fast driver and would wipe the floor with the entire league if he was competing regularly. So Jeff wanted to nerf him. Personally, I just treated that driver as a Garage 56 car. A one-off racer. He would later drive in the Group 3 class with the rest of the league and a Group 3 Vision Volkswagen for the next round, and then Jeff straight up banned him.
I didn't get it at all. This isn't the 24 hours of Le Mans. Still, this was our shot to redeem ourselves after the Watkins Glen and Fuji races. I had a smooth race and ended up in second place, while my teammate finished 6th, which was great because it was his first race where he did better than our ex-teammate from round 2.
Redemption.
In the 4th race at Fuji, we were hopeful for similar results, but my qualifying run got screwed by a driver in the KFC Porsche who intentionally brake checked me while I was right behind him. I immediately asked my team leader to file that incident report with the league organizer. Because of that, I started in 6th and my teammate in 11th. Then, out of nowhere, going into the first turn, I got brutally attacked by Yeetle the Beatles, causing me to lose too many positions. The wild part is Golden mentioned that if I had qualified better and hadn't dealt with some driver foolishness, I wouldn't have faced such chaos in the race.
Wait, where you came from? 6th. Wow. Dude, you know what that means? Oh man, that's gonna freaking suck.
Oh.
Yep. That's exactly why. That is exactly why I did not want you to be in the middle of the pack. Yeah. Like, CR1 better get the fattest penalty. Alright. What the? Please don't. Oh my god, I did.
I want to know who punched you guys.
Hey, what's the market? And you know what the funny thing is about this entire race?
What?
I'm not blaming anyone who punts you. I'm only blaming Elantra, only. Because if it was for Elantra, you would have qualified higher and you would have been up there with the others.
But it is what it is. I couldn't catch the top 2 Audis, but I did manage to beat the Supras at the end and finish the race in 5th place. Sadly, our teammate didn't finish the race, resulting in a DNF for him. My experience with the GTORL League has taught me some valuable lessons. For example, I discovered that most members are underage. Yes, I'm not joking. You heard that right. It's crucial to speak up when something isn't right or when I feel a situation is rigged or unfair. I've reached my breaking point because our team and I are officially quitting this league. This decision came after reading the league chat on March 13, 2025. Even though I completed 2 rerun races from 2 weeks before, Jeff and the league organizers seemed indifferent because they failed to do the incident reports or update the race standings just because they forgot, even with everyone asking for clarification. It's simply unacceptable. My brain decided to misfire when Jeff made the dumbest claim that the penalties wouldn't impact those who targeted us since they finished last in those races anyway. But that's misleading and not true at all, because penalties affect their standings upon grid positions for future races. A responsible organizer should stay on top of all things related to the league instead of being lazy and making excuses like, oh, I don't have time anymore because of school. I don't care about points, just want to race. Or I have a life. If Jeff can find time to chat and organize fun races outside of the flagship where people care more about attending the flagship, he should be able to fulfill his duties as a league manager. It's disappointing to see him shift from effective management to poor oversight. How can someone go from being so dedicated to disregarding all their effort in the league? The GTORL League is a mess, making things challenging for our GRPK team and me. The driver's skill level varies greatly, with some lacking basic track skills and sportsmanship. The rules are not applied consistently, which confuses everyone about what to expect. When I tried to raise these concerns with the manager, my feedback was either ignored or poorly addressed, which made me feel unappreciated as a league member. Overall, my experience in this virtual league has been a letdown, and I would not suggest it to anyone, not even a rookie racer.
Jeff, if you're watching this, here's something for you that I was going to give in Discord privately, but I think this will do here to close out the video. Oh yeah, here are the standings which didn't take time at all. It's just simple math. This is without pins, by the way, because I don't know what Jeff would do with the pins, is what I would say, but Jeff actually did the standings. It doesn't freaking matter. We're still leaving regardless. Seriously, his behavior has been on. It's not the greatest right now. It's just not.